Hey everybody, so I wanted to do a quick bus life video, just one of the things you have to monitor whenever you're hooked up to water, especially just at a park, or we're actually hooked up to a house's water here on our work camping lot. So we come out this morning and the water heater's leaking outside. And we're like, what's going on? Why is our water heater leaking? And there was just this like steady drip right here. We took this off. It ended up being the pressure release valve was leaking, so immediately we're like, okay, obviously there's probably too much pressure in the line, and we've never had that problem anywhere we've parked. So let me show you what we actually have to solve that problem. It's really muddy. We've been working on this water all day. So this here, this is actually a regulator, so it stopped leaking once we put that on, and it kept it, I think it's at like 45, almost 50. This is like probably the most pressure we've ever had. So that little piece right there regulates the pressure. It keeps your, if you have an RV, I don't really know what they use for plumbing. We used PEX piping, which can hold like, I think 100 PSI or some shit like that. So anyway, they say that if it's a certain pressure, it'll blow your lines. You definitely don't want water in your rig. So one of those I've seen, actually, they'll hook it up right next to their attachment that goes into their rig, but we put ours there just because of the weight. It's actually really heavy, and we didn't want it to like break our attachment. So after we solved that leak, then our water filters started leaking. The softener was leaking. The attachment over here on this piece was leaking. So we basically, it's been about a year since we've even had to deal with any of this stuff. We changed all the filters. I'm gonna actually post some of those pictures. Those filters were disgusting, and we hadn't changed them in a year. You're supposed to do it every 6 months, but the last filter was clean, so that was comforting. So the first two definitely got rid of a lot of stuff, and it didn't end up in our system or our pipes, which is even better. You don't want that sediment in there. It's going to really just screw up your pump whenever you're not hooked up to something. It'll screw all that stuff up. So basically we just retaped and reattached. We did some quick disconnects actually on a couple of these just to make it easier for whenever we pick it up and move. And that's kind of how we solved that problem. And so we spent about 2 hours this morning just finding a leak and fixing it, finding a leak and fixing it, finding a leak and fixing it. And I guess it was about 5 leaks total. Bus life, right? And also, I mean, we got to start doing our laundry. So we have all of our towels and sheets and stuff hanging up out here. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. People think that if you live in this schoolie or bus life, you think that it's something that's easy and fairy tale and there's no stress or no worries, and that is just not the case. You have your own stresses that you deal with. Basic water. Some people are like, I'll just turn my faucet on. Well, living a traveling lifestyle, you don't know who you're hooking up to. You don't know what the quality of the water is, and you don't know what the pressure is going to be like. So it's really important to be prepared. And Ryan and I talk about this all the time, but that first year after you build your bus, you're learning to live tiny, and you're also trying to learn how to RV, and that is something neither of us knew how to do. So after that first year, we were able to adapt and add things and change things to make our life easier. So this last year living in ChittyBang has just been, it's been amazing. We've actually been able to enjoy the bus life. So if it's hard, I understand. If it's stressful, I get it. But no, just adapt and overcome. And if you did build your conversion, then you'll know that that's what this is all about: adapting, overcoming, problem solving, and then moving on with your life. The biggest thing is we don't stress about problems anymore. We just fix them. If we can't fix them, we figure it out. YouTube has tons of stuff. Leaks, you're gonna get them. They're easy. They make tape for that. They make connections for that. It's an easy process. So just don't give up. Keep working at it. Just because the build's over doesn't mean the learning's over. I know that we're going to be a whole lot better people just from all these experiences. So don't give up, guys, and keep on keeping on, you bus people and tiny house dwellers. We're on your side, and hopefully everybody's having an awesome day. Later.